Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Well guys, in this video I'm going to give you some tips and techniques for academic IELTS reading for weak students. So if you are a weak student, weak in reading, this video is for you. And if you are not weak, you are fat or bulky in reading, then don't worry, but still you can watch this video. It will give you some good insights into IELTS. Okay, there used to be a book, there is a book, Insight into IELTS, and it was like, you know, when I started my career there, that time we had these books. Anyways, now the first tip for weak students: start with easy materials. Cambridge IELTS books, reading passage number 1. First 7 questions are the easy material for weak students. Okay, whether you are academic or general training, section 1 of IELTS reading is easy material. I advise you all to start with section 1 only, and for 10 to 15 days only do section 1 and improve your level, improve your comprehension. If you find a difficult word, insert the word in your mobile dictionary and find the meaning. Okay, so like this, it's going to be very helpful to you guys. Okay, so first you need to start with first passage only. What do the students do? They start full test. Passage 1, passage 2. By the time they reach passage 2 and 3 and they are totally blank, they don't understand. English becomes Chinese for them and they don't understand those complex ideas and all that. So the first tip is you need to start with easy material. Next, build vocabulary. Let me tell you, in IELTS reading, there are passages which are based on science, research, technology, innovation, and there are certain words which are repeatedly used in such type of passages. After going through 20-30 passages of IELTS, you will see they tend to repeat the same vocabulary again and again. You know, for business, we call it business English. For science, we call it scientific English. For biology, we call it English of biology, right? For engineering, we call it English of engineering, okay? So there can be different words, but as you go through them, most definitely you can develop your vocabulary. So I tell you, whenever you find new word of English vocabulary, a strange word, strange means like you are not familiar with that word, you don't know that word, immediately you need to grab the word, you need to see what is the word, what is the meaning of the word, what part of speech this word is, and learn the spelling, see the contextual use of the word and use it again. So this is how weak students can build their vocabulary. Next, practice reading daily. What do some students do? They are afraid of reading. They enjoy listening, they enjoy speaking, and they don't give proper time to reading. You need to practice reading every day. I recommend one test for general training IELTS candidates because they are doing jobs and other stuff like that. And I recommend 2 reading tests for academic IELTS candidates. One listening, one reading test, and then there should be a break. During the break, you can do some speaking practice or writing, and then again, one listening and one reading test. So at least 1 test a day for GT candidates and at least 2 tests a day for academic IELTS candidates, because you know, this is what I say. Whatever you find difficult in life, do it again and again and again and again and again. This is how I became IELTS teacher. I found IELTS difficult in my life, and then I did it again and again and again, and you can just check. I've got 6,000 plus videos, and now I'm an IELTS trainer, okay? So this is how you can do that. Next important point, weak students need to work on their speed. Whenever you guys read English, sometimes you read English, when you read English, you read syllable by syllable. If the word is unfortunately, and you don't read English regularly, first your eyes will catch unfortunately, right? So in order to read the word, you will have to take a look at 4 or 5 syllables, and then you will be able to identify the word. And as you practice, all the spelling combinations will give you the formation of the word, and your eyes will see the words. Your eyes will not see the letters. your eyes will see the words, and that is only possible if you practice. Okay, so as far as speed reading is concerned, when your brain identifies a word, for example, if there is a word CAT, you look at the word and you read it immediately. You don't need to see the spelling. So if you read a word by spelling, it will take more time to read. And if you identify the word as the word is, your eyes will identify the word that this word is understanding. This word is comprehension. At that point, English, your reading will become faster, and that fast reading is required to complete IELTS in 1 hour. Next, improve comprehension. We can read English, no doubt. We can read English, even we can read the words which we don't know. If we don't know the meaning of a word, right, we can still read that word. In IELTS, that is not the reading that you require. You need comprehension. What is comprehension? Whatever you read, you understand that. So you need to improve your comprehension. That if you read a sentence, it should make sense to you. If you read a paragraph, it should make sense to you that what this paragraph is all about, what have they said in that very paragraph and all that. So many students, they read on and on and on. They read just one paragraph and then they reread it because they don't understand. So I would advise you, if you find a difficult word, underline the difficult word, check the meaning of the word and then read on. So after, once you learn the meaning of new words, you will see they repeat such type of words time and again, and that will improve your comprehension. One more tip I usually give to my students for comprehension, whenever it comes to IELTS reading, translate at least 20-30 passages into your first language. If your first language is English, Urdu, Punjabi, Tamil, Hindi, okay, whatever your Bengali first language is, you need to translate it so that you check your understanding. You check your comprehension, okay? If you don't understand, you will not be able to translate, okay? So you need to just check that. Next, you need to learn to skim and scan. I have made a separate video for skimming and scanning. I advise you to watch that video because skimming and scanning, these are two reading techniques which are deeply involved in IELTS reading, and because of these two techniques, you will be able to solve your reading test within 1 hour time, okay? Next, you need to take practice tests. And the best way to take these practice tests is Cambridge IELTS books. Okay, if you're an academic IELTS candidate, I recommend Cambridge IELTS books 11 to 18 first, and then you can go back to previous versions of Cambridge IELTS books. And if you are general training, 11 to 18 general training first, and then you can go back to previous versions. Practice is important. And finally, you can seek help. If you are a weak student and you don't understand reading, no problem. I have solved many reading tests along with screen share, so you can just watch my videos. You can see how I solve the test. I have solved almost every book, like from book number 7 to book number 18, I've solved every reading test. So you can solve some tests with me through my YouTube videos, and these tests will give you insight into IELTS reading, and then you will be able to do that independently as well. So if you are a weak student, solve some reading tests dependently with me. Watch me how I solve the test. Follow all the steps, follow all the techniques, and then do one test independently. Like this, you will be able to do IELTS reading. So don't worry if you are a weak student. Gradually, you will be fine. Once upon a time, I was a weak teacher of IELTS. Even now, I'm a weak teacher, but a little better. So, I improved myself through practice. When I looked into IELTS, when I solved the tests, when I actually solved Cambridge IELTS books, listening, reading and all that, and then I became IELTS trainer that you know today, okay? All the best guys, thank you so much. I also teach IELTS online all over the world and in campus in Lahore, and we offer IELTS test booking service. We provide IELTS study plans also. If you want any of these services, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub truly wishes you best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.